Wanda Sykes? What?
No, not Wanda Sykes.
I'm not a fisherman in real life, so anyone who knows how to fish will be laughing at me that I didn't already know this, because you're playing on the easier difficulty level. You know, I'm not going to rub it in or anything.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Pumpkin seed sunfish, that's kind of embarrassing.
Ooh, a Pacific Saury.
Wow. Nice. Hey, sorry I caught you. You see what I did there? It'll show you with a bar graph. Oh! Dude!
Oh, holy shit, what have you got there?
Oh, no, there was a shark! I'm not gonna lie, that freaked me out a little bit.
Me too.
It kind of made me jump a little bit. I'm like, what the? Da-dun. 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 Something fishy is going on in virtual reality. I don't know what's more fishy, the fish that are in front of me, or the fact that I'm sharing the space with Wanda Sykes? What?
No, not Wanda Sykes. Just haven't worked out how to change my avatar yet.
Hey, you know what? I kind of dig Wanda Sykes, so you know what? I'm going to pretend I've got a celebrity in the game with me, and Wanda Sykes is just doing a fantastic British accent.
Let's also imagine that she's probably not doing her usual comedy, because we want to keep this at least PG-13.
Good point there. That is absolutely true. Well, everyone, I am Jolly Julian, and this is actually my friend Spencer. We are in Real Fishing VR. It feels kind of unreal that this is so real. We're in Real Fishing VR, and we're going to kind of experience this together. We're doing the multiplayer, obviously. They're making this a fishing simulator. So let's see if they nailed this right. Now, Spencer, before you got in, I kind of picked where I wanted to go fishing first. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
I wanted to try something in the United States first, since that's where we are, before we go someplace really, really fancy for fishing. But check this out. We can go fishing in Niagara Falls.
Oh, no, that's nice.
Oh,
Except
yeah.
That looked like we were going to Liberty Island.
Uh-oh, did I hit the wrong one? Oh, no.
No, you got it.
There we go.
Nice.
Oh, look at this.
In my boat.
We're in our own little personal rowboats.
Wow. Take a look behind you at the bigger waterfall there and the mist it gives you.
Oh, I've got to turn around in the real world to see. Oh, look at that. Yeah, and the mist to the right there on the falls. That gives it, again, such a look of realism, even though that is some photographs that are kind of stitched together, somewhat 3D. Yeah. Like the stuff to my left here, some of that is three-dimensional. I can tell. It's not until you get to the stuff really far away it looks like it might be 2D, but you have to really be looking at it to pick that out. The addition of the
reflections on the water over there. You've got like the buildings reflecting in the foreground.
Yeah, and the fact that the reflections are rippling, which makes it feel that much more real, along with the mist and stuff that are coming off of the photographs of Niagara Falls. It's incredible. This is really neat.
I'm very impressed so far.
I am too. I've got to admit, this feels a lot more realistic than I thought it would. Like I feel like I'm kind of actually in this location. Are you already starting to fish?
Yeah, I am. Wow, there's 3 fish attacking this. There we go.
You overachiever. All right, I don't even have my rod chosen yet. All right, so we're doing I'm going to do a lure fishing. Let's go ahead and pick our lure rod, our lure reel. There we go.
I'm doing a little float fishing over here.
All right. Now, FYI, for those of you watching, what just popped up here, because I picked up my fishing rod, this is the fish finder, as it says on there. I am choosing to play on the harder difficulty level, where it does not show you outlines of the fish in the water. If you're just getting started, it will show you kind of ghosts of where the fish actually are in the water to get started. And then once you get used to it a little bit, you can go for the more realism. I always go for more realism in my virtual reality as soon as I possibly can, because I want it to feel like I'm doing a simulator. Look, you caught one already.
Yeah, look at this guy.
Spencer, I haven't even cast my line yet, and you already caught a fish.
So, interesting little thing here. When you catch a fish, it gives you the details of the fish, what type of fish it is, its length, its weight, and then you have a couple of options. You can either release it for experience, or you can keep it for credits, which I'm assuming you then use to buy better rods, reels, bait, lures.
Yeah. That's very
man.
cool, and I like the fact that you can let the fish go if you want, and just get experience, you know? I don't know how long
Yeah.
that will last you in the game, but it makes me feel good that if the fish is too small, I can just throw it back and let it grow, you know? All right, I'm going to cast this bad boy out. So to cast it, I have to hold down the trigger, throw back with my hand, throw forward and release the trigger. Oh, good cast. Look at that bad boy go. Now with a lure instead of a bobber, I discovered this the hard way. I got to keep the lure. I'm not a fisherman in real life, so anyone who knows how to fish will be laughing at me that I didn't already know this. I have to keep the lure moving by pulling it in, otherwise it will sink. You can see it's kind of sinking under the water out there. I don't want to get too low because it'll be below where the fish are. So let me reel this in a little bit. We should.
Some of these fish, you get a bit of a battle going, and it gives you instructions on like which way to move your rod to fight against it.
Yeah, see, yours is giving you instructions on which way to go because you're playing on the easier difficulty level. You know, I'm not going to rub it in or anything.
Oh no, that's fine. I remember, I'm 5 weeks into VR, and you're how many years?
Oh no, and I just lost my fish. I am going into my 7th or 8th year in virtual reality.
Wow.
I can hardly believe it. It's to the point of where I can't really remember what life was like pre-VR. Like, I feel like VR has been a part of my life all the time. You caught another one! All right, stop it. Stop it, Spencer.
I got a tiny little rock bass.
Oh, see. All right, I'm going right for the sharks, which will be interesting in freshwater.
Yeah, that's, you know, you're probably going to need a bigger boat.
Oh, speaking of which, you can't see this, Spencer, but the people watching on video, my shirt, I'm wearing a shirt that is very apropos right now, and I will say this, to give you a hint of what shirt I might be wearing. What you just said applies to my shirt.
You're wearing a Jaws shirt.
I'm wearing a Jaws shirt. How'd you know? Spencer happens to know that Jaws is my favorite movie of all time as well, so it probably wasn't a long leap there to figure that one out. All right, so talking about the physics of this, I really love the feel of casting the line out. They nailed the physics of that. Like, I'm not struggling to throw it. It's going where I want it to go, but I'm actually having to aim it. Now let's see if I can catch a fish. All right, see, my line just turned red, so that's telling me in this harder version of playing it that there's a fish on the... Okay, I just got a fish on the line. I'm reeling him in. Let's see if he gives me a struggle. All right, he's not giving me a struggle, which means it's probably a smaller fish. Let's see what I can catch.
The same thing. Oh, that's tiny.
Oh, that's a little baby.
Pumpkin seed
sunfish. That's kind of embarrassing. I feel...
Yeah, I got a white crappie, and he's kind of crappy. Look at the tiny
kind of
thing.
crappy. I'm throwing this bad boy back. Go back, swim away. There you go. All right, so I got to say, immersion-wise, I'm far more immersed than I thought. Oops, I cast my line. I didn't mean to. I'm much more immersed than I thought I would be. Again, I feel like I'm in a real boat, in a real location, really fishing with my friend Spencer. It really feels very immersive. The sound design. Are you noticing the sound, how it feels so enveloping, but I am noticing a little negative here, just a little constructive criticism maybe for the designers. I don't know if you're noticing this, but when I turn my head, the location of the sound doesn't seem to be changing for me.
Yeah, you're right. It's the same.
Yeah.
There's no...
Like right now,
adjustment.
those falls should be coming through my right ear predominantly and not my left ear. And then when I turn my head, it should change the direction, and it's not doing that. So that is something that I would love to see them tweak just for added realism, because sound is such a massive part of our brains determining whether something is real or not. Ooh, look at that. Look at even the shine of them, of the water reflecting off of them, and the movements. The character models are fantastic. Love it. All right. Well, what do you say we try a different location out?
Sure.
All right. Here we are back at my lovely lodge. And if you look here, this fish tank was populated by fish that I have caught in my travels, and I put all these beautiful little rocks and trees and stuff in there. Those are things that you can add. I should have mentioned at the top of this, we're playing in our Quest 3 headsets, both of us. Those of you watching the video, you should be able to see that on my face. This is the Quest 3 headset, and it is not being played through virtual desktop or Steam Link or anything like that to my computer. My computer is turned off. So this is native to the Quest. I'm really impressed. That makes it that much more impressive what they've been able to do with the physics of this game and the look of this game, knowing that this is all running off of basically a mobile chipset. Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with the quality of the graphics. I mean, I've played a few different games now. Like I said, I've had it for about 5 weeks. The quality of the graphics in this is one of the slickest things I've seen so far.
Oh, yeah, this is cool, and it's oddly relaxing. Like, both Spencer and I are big fans of playing walkabout mini golf. Which
that's a fun game.
Yeah, I find to be a great kind of chill game, but you're still competing, but you can have conversations, and it's fun. This feels like another one where, hey, I just want to get in and hang out with my friend, but I don't want to just chat. You know, let's have something to do while we're doing it, and we don't have to go rent a boat, go out on the lake in the middle of winter. You know, we can go to Japan like this. Okay, this is an interesting location. Wow, look at this. Oh, look at the birds. All right. The birds flying add a massive sense of realism. The birds combined with the water and the rain.
Yeah, you can hear the rain.
Yeah, I can hear the rain.
I feel like a little bit cooler.
Like
the temperature has dropped, even though I'm still in my living room.
That's crazy you said that. I felt like as soon as we got in here and I heard the rain, I felt like this little chill. That is the power of virtual reality and the power of what the designers have done in this game. And looking around here, I see, like, behind us, some of that looks like 3D imagery right behind us because it's pretty close. Some of those rock faces over there look like they might be 3D, and certainly the closer ones to us. As I was trying to pull that fish in, you saw some splashes going behind it. That's telling me which way I have to pull my rod because it's not giving me the little cheats like Spencer's using. Oh, here we go.
You can do all kinds of adjustments here. The fish are at different levels in the water, so you can actually set the depth with the bobber fishing, the depth that your bait is going to hang. So if you're looking for something that is deeper in the water, you cast it out so it's going to be deeper in the water.
Nice. So you can actually change the depth that the bait will drop below the bobber.
Yes.
Oh, check this out.
Ooh, a Pacific Saury.
Wow. Nice. Hey, sorry I caught you. You see what I did there? Here, give me a compliment about this fish, Spencer.
It's slimy.
That's okay. I was just fishing for a compliment anyway, so it's no big deal. The designers of this game have to be fishermen, fisher people, fishmongers. I don't know. They've got to be fishermen because they really nailed the feel of this. Or if they're not, boy, did they consult with some real fishermen to get the feel of this right. Yeah, I've only been really fishing about 2 or 3 times in my life. My grandpa was a fisherman, and I loved being on his boat. And so I would go fishing with him and placate him by throwing a rod in, throwing some bait in the water so that I could be on the boat. And from what I remember of it, this feels very accurate. It'll show you with a bar grab. Oh! Oh, dude!
Oh, holy shit, what have you got there?
Oh, no, there was a shark!
Wow.
Oh! That was freaking awesome. I've never seen that. Of course, I've only played this for probably about 20 minutes.
There.
That was crazy.
I hope you caught that on video there.
Right? Oh.
That was cool.
I'm so glad that I've got that on this recording. That was what... I'm not going to lie. That freaked me out a little bit.
Me too.
It kind of made me jump a little bit. I'm like, what the... So I caught a fish, and then the shark grabbed the fish I had caught. But my fishing gear was not strong enough to bring in a shark. I think that's what just happened. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you got. Oh, yeah, that's another. These aren't as big a fish. Okay, shark, come and get it. Come and get it, Bruce.
Yeah, where's that shark?
No kidding. That was. Now I wonder if this means maybe it's still swimming out there. I haven't. Oh, wouldn't it be wild if you saw a fin like out in the water?
Oh man, that would be crazy.
Da dun, da dun, da dun, da dun. Nothing. Oh man. So let me give my official review here for this in the time that we've been playing, and then Spencer, I want you to give kind of your official review. So my review of this is the good, which is 90% of this for me right now. I'd say 90% of this I'm feeling like they nailed it much better than I thought they would. The feel of the fishing, first of all, that's what you really go into real fishing in VR, is you're going to do that for the fishing feel. They nailed that. I feel like I'm really out here fishing. The weather and the look of the locations, fantastic, especially for running on a Quest headset, a mobile chipset. Especially these graphics that are relatively close up. They made parts of them 3D enough that it feels like I'm really in this location. And the sound, well, we'll get to the sound in a second. Let me see what else here. Oh, and then the multiplayer. The multiplayer is working fantastically. We haven't gotten to talk about that yet. I can see where you're casting. I can see when you're fighting to pull reel a fish in, even while I've got mine out there, and it seems to be very accurate as far as being synced up. Did you notice that as well?
Right. Yeah, I did, and I think I noticed in the menuing system you can actually have up to 4 players, so we could actually have 2 other friends in here and just hang out in an afternoon, and like I said, it feels like you're fishing without having to fill your car up, own a bunch of really expensive fishing gear, and deal with taking a hook out of a slimy fish's mouth.
Right, all the nasty stuff we don't like about fishing.
Right. I think that the look of the game is actually really quite spectacular. I'm very impressed with that. The movement of the water to me looks real. As far as bad for the graphics, the water looks real, but when you're in close here, it looks like it goes for about 3 feet and then drops off massively. I'm not sure whether that's the same on every map. That's just how it looks here.
Oh, okay.
So it looks, when you're reeling in a fish coming in here, it looks like it goes from really deep to really shallow really quick.
Oh, I see. That's a good point. That could be different for each location depending on like the real depth of that location in real life. That's possible.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point.
The actual fishing itself, I feel like I'm fishing. It gives me that feeling. So looks-wise, ambience, the fish themselves, all of that is really good. The range of equipment and baits that are available to you, I like that. I think I agree with you on the sound. While I'm getting ambience from the sound, if I'm paying attention to the sound, I can tell it's very one-dimensional. It's not, there's rain going on, I can hear the rain hitting the ground, etc., but there's no change. When I turn my head, I'm getting the waves in exactly the same way, even if I'm not facing the water.
Yeah.
But that really is a fairly small negative, and probably something that they can improve on if they desire.
Absolutely, and I agree. I think that's the one slight negative I have, and it's by no means a deal breaker. No. I mean, I'm not really paying that much attention to it. I'm just so used to it in virtual reality, and being a music composer myself and so forth, and a sound designer for theatrical shows, I notice stuff like that a bit, but it's not taking me out of this experience. It would just pull me in about another 10% worth if they did have that spatial audio a little bit more honed. But the other thing that we didn't get to mention, and then I think we'll wrap this up unless you have anything else you want to add, is the locations. So the base game comes with a certain number of locations. I don't remember how many exactly, but then there are a few DLCs you can get, including, I think, where we are right now in Japan. I believe this was a DLC for this.
I think you're right.
Yeah, that you can go to other locations and try the fishing, and boy, it gives you a real great feel because the fish are going to be different. The fish are going to be accurate to the location you're fishing in, so you can catch a really wide range of fish having that DLC as well. So my recommendation is this. First of all, if you're into fishing at all and you have a VR headset, You got to get this. You got to get this. It's so worth it. I don't remember what the actual cost of this is, but I'll have a link in the description of the video that'll take you to the page so you can check it out for yourself. But it's not super expensive. It's not like a $30 or $40 game. I would recommend getting it, at least get the base game, try it out, and if you like it, then purchase the DLC as you go. If you're not sure if you're going to like it, but you want something that's kind of a nice alternative to, first-person shooters or flight simulators or racing games, you want something that's a little chill that you can get into with a friend, I recommend it as well. Even if you don't think you'll like fishing, I don't love fishing, but I kind of dig this. So that would be my recommendation to anyone. What about you, Spencer?
Yeah, I agree. I think it would be a fun way to hang out with someone when, maybe you want to hang out with a friend one evening and neither one of you really wants to go to a bar or, hang out in person necessarily. This is a great way to hang out and be doing something that doesn't take full focus.
Yeah, that wraps up this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let us know in the comments. And more importantly, let us know in the comments if you enjoyed Spencer being here with me. Yeah, how long is it going to take him to go in and change his avatar now that he's got
I'm doing it
did you just do the friends thing?
Recording.
Did you just do the friends thing?
Yep, I did.
Let us know in the comments if you enjoyed Spencer being part of this, and maybe I can coax him into popping into some other games as well and sharing his fantastically dry British wit.
I'm a shining wit, my dad always said, but he had spoonerism, so apparently I was a whining shit as well.
I love it. You know what? And I second that. But you're my favorite whining shit. So I love it. All right, everyone. This is Jolly Julian signing off for now. Subscribe to this channel. Comment and let us know what you'd like to see going forward. And if you have played this game or are thinking of playing this game, comment and let us know what you're hoping for or what the game was like if you've actually played it. And we will catch you on the next video. Say goodbye, Spencer.
Goodbye, Spencer.
I knew it. All right. See ya.